Isana de hala eton heha sara helga namen. Humans, you know, Sinanda and I is just we are like those siblings that always fight each other. We are like cat and dog. We are like dog and cat. Sometimes, most of the time we are like this. Well, if I'm like this, I am slow to anger. I am slow to anger while he is love to make you anger. This is what we are. Even before, in the beginning, we are always arguing one another over things. This is why we become separated, for us to learn what it's like to be far from each other. Humans. But even to this very end, he's been always, he have mellow. He have mellow because he cannot take it anymore. He cannot take it anymore. As the day when I have called him with our code, we have a code, humans, that only I and him knew. And it's a body language. It's a sign that only I and him knew. That is how I calls him. And that is how he calls me. We are like those siblings that always fight with each other. I'm slow to anger while he is love to anger me. In this end, humans, when you can speak to a spirit, or when you have my stigmata, you can speak to the spirits surround you. When you have your eyes open, you can't stop it. When you have your eyes open, you will just speaking to those that you can't see, to those your eyes can see, but your bare eyes, your naked eye cannot see it, which is only your eyes that is the truth in you. This is what happens to you when you have your eyes open, humans. Even when you are in front of humanity, in front of others, like when you are surrounded by people, by your own people. Because me, I cannot call that like that, because I am not like any like you, and it makes me really, really. I cannot express the word, When you are sitting in front of normal beings, of just humans, you cannot avoid yourself to talk to the spirits that are talking to you, because they knew that you can see them. They knew that you can speak to them. And the word that they speak is not the word of what you know, because the word the spirits speak is verbal. Verbal, and you called a team. A team is what we call the speaking through spirits to you. Like me now. When I am sitting with those around where Father sent me, which is also angels, arcas, in the beginning, they are. They'll just wonder why I looked at the door and start speaking the word that they have not heard before. And this is what you become when you called awaken. Which is when you are awakened, you have your eyes open. And that is when the time you cannot stop talking to those you cannot see. You cannot stop talking to once was you cannot see. You called spirits. Because this is what I am, humans. In the beginning, before I agreed to be sent into this wilderness, I sees them. There are times that in the middle of the night, Buddhists would often come to me and ask for, Lord, that's all they say. To that, I already knew what they need. Buddhist in the middle of the night comes to me spiritually And I seize them in this form of mine like this. And they speak to me. At first, I was running from them, At first, I was running from them. This is why I don't go anywhere, because wherever I go, I see the spirits, I see the souls that are surrounded by what you called world. If you are humans, simple beings like you won't say what I see. You cannot speak what I speak because you are humans. I am Tetra. Humans. And this is why I said to you, do not compare me to you, because I am not anybody like you. My life has been and always divine. When you call yourself divine, when you can see the same spirits that are speaking to you, you call yourself divine when you can speak my Tetra. You must. When you are totally awakened of who you really are, that's when your eyes opens. You'll see what surrounds you. What you don't see in your naked eye sees is different to what you see that lies behind. I sit anywhere and then they wonder to me what I just start, because when I sit in the middle of my people, in the middle of those I have loved, they wonder why I started speaking to a lingo that they have not heard before. They often ask me, what lingo is that? I'll just smile at them. I'll just smile at them, because this is what I am in front of those who I have loved. I just smile at them, and then they would ask, who are you speaking to? I would tell them, there's a spirit there, is standing, and is wearing like this, wearing like that. I describe them what I see, because you simple beings do not see what I see, which is you cannot take. Because normal beings like you, when you start seeing things like I do, that is when your life becomes really, really, really in danger. Because his spirit hates it that you are in the form of this, and then you can see them, then you are not speaking to them. That is when you are being after by a grim reaper. Whatever you call it. That is when you are being after, but this big, 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 big bird. It's like skinny. That is what Grim Reaper is. I don't know whatever you call it in your lingo, but that is what I call it. Grim Reaper. Humans? And this is what you cannot just do. This is those people who have their third eye, stigmata opens. Once it's open to you, you cannot avoid what is coming into your way, because this is when the spirit, you will be surrounded by spirits. If you cannot take that, you're dead. You cannot go to a hospitals, because when you go to the places like those, especially operating room, that is where you'll see those faces with the half cut in half, faces that like you see in the accidents. That is when you will see different kinds of spirits that been throughout incarnations. Those spirits that been in war, that is where you often see them. You think spirits are like what you see in your movies. The zombies, humans. That is what you see when you have your eyes open. Zombie worlds. When you have your eyes open, you'll see all kinds of spirits. And this is the first test that you will have once your eyes open. It doesn't do nothing to me, because my heart is clean, and this is what they see. I am Ma'at. This is what they see. I am love, and I embodied it. That's why it does nothing to me. But with those greedy, all they after is to shuffle me. Is to shuffle me. But in the end, they will never win through me, because my angels are. You know? Humans, you think it's easy once you have your eyes open and once you can start speaking to spirits. You know, Peyo, I'll give you an example to this. When I called Peyo, I am humans. When I called him, he was on his 20s. Through the sun, where he always sits under the tree, he would often see me, you know, because I am what you call sun. He often sees me, and it's at the age of 33, that's when he had the stigmata. Before 33, he had the stigmata, but it's overwhelming when he had fully received his. You know? And that is when you have your eyes open, you will wonder. You will just go to open the door when there is nobody there because your other self is seeing a spirit that is wanting you to open the door. When you have your eyes open, you will just keep doing strange things that you didn't do before. You know? You would just put food in the table because there is a spirit who asked you for it. There is a spirit you wanted to feed. You know? That is what happens to you when you are fully awakened and have your eyes open, humans. And it isn't easy because the first taste you will get through is death, through the Grim Reaper. You know? Once you get through it, that's when you will pass. But if you can't, you will kill yourself because no one would ever believe you that what you keep seeing. This is what happens to me, but I didn't care what other people say because what I speak to the spirit is about heavens. Spirits that you don't see. A spirit that lies behind around that no man can see. You know, humans, the gifted, the true Illuminati, and the stigmata place you call Philippines is those who knows this. You know, they are those that can see the same kind spirits, but they have to do the ora pro nobis every 6 p.m. for them to be safe from the you called gripper. You know? That is what it is, humans. When you have your eyes open, you cannot avoid what's coming your way because you will see, first you will see is those in the hospitals, you know? That is what you call sakar, humans, you know? Once you have your eyes open, the first thing you will see is zombies. And that is you must fight with. Not to. This is why when you have your eyes open, you cannot just look at anything but is right. You know, when I was GSUS, I don't look at anything. I look right down straight to the ground. I don't keep looking anywhere. As to this end is I am that too. I don't keep looking anywhere except when there is a good spirit around or there's what you called evil. One thing of repentance. They call me no matter how far I am, and that's when I speak to them. You know? Spirits of the militaries, they come to me to speak. You know? These are those who have been through wander. You know, they've been wandering around, which is they were here at the First World War, humans. The World War. You know? The start of the World War, the spirits are already here. And this is what makes me different to you. This is why I said to you, don't treat me like any of you because I am not. You know? I am not. And if you are not ready to accept what you're going to receive, to see the spirit that lies behind you, to see the spirit that lies behind humanity, you cannot avoid it but to kill yourself. You know? Because that is the test of the life when you have your eyes open. That is when tribulation starts in your life, when you have your eyes open.